Okay, so maybe Alaska is not going so well for the Republican Party right now, but certainly a loyal Republican could find solace in the lower 48, right? In our third story tonight, loyal Republicans might want to destroy their televisions for at least the next year. We begin in Minnesota, where Al Franken is still trying... No, wait, Franken is not in Minnesota anymore. He's in Washington, making the rounds on Capitol Hill, including a private meeting with Senate Super Majority Leader Harry Reid. Franken's swearing in tomorrow will give the Democratic caucus 60 votes, enough if they hold together to end the threat of Republican filibusters. South Carolina, hello. Mark Sanford back from a 3-day 4th of July vacation with his family and in-laws. We assume they brought fireworks or made their own while hiking. Welcoming him back, a private meeting of state Republicans trying to figure out what to do about him. Over to the South Fork Ranch in Texas for the second round of the Tea Parties. This, the weekend's largest tea. Organizers hoping to pull 50,000. Local media reporting attendance far below that until the fireworks show, which was attended by 37,000. The fundraiser failing after no one bought the big sponsorships. Organizers are now hoping to break even. Texas Senator John Cornyn got an earful from his teabagsters. The Republican booed and heckled, as was Republican Governor Rick Perry during at least one of his 4 appearances. And finally to Harriman, Tennessee, where a crowd of at least 20 people blamed the low turnout on poor directions or the possibility that normal Americans just had better things to do on July 4th. Wow. Let's turn now to MSNBC political analyst Richard Wolff, author of Renegade, The Making of a President. Richard, good evening.
Good evening, Keith.
The big Republican grassroots movement is either hoping to break even or it's booing the party leaders in Texas. Tomorrow, they lose their power to filibuster, at least theoretically. 2 presidential hopefuls are out the window, and they might lose one of the governorships in South Carolina. How bad is it when I'm actually starting to sympathetically worry about them?
Well, I'm sure they'll be very happy to have your sympathy, but I think you should probably keep it on ice for just a little while longer, for a couple of reasons. First of all, well, let's be clear, of course, this wasn't just a flame out of some of the senior figures in the party. This was spontaneous combustion, and while Democrats may think that's a wonderful thing, the truth is that hubris can strike at these moments, and Democrats should have to think back to 2005 when Republicans thought they were in control of everything and everything was going their way, and things fell apart pretty much at that precise moment. So there are dangers at this time, but, you know, you should enjoy the spectacle while it lasts because it is entertaining.
There's one spectacle I really don't understand because the old joke about the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Why were John Cornyn and Rick Perry booed, especially Perry, who has seemingly thrown these people at these tea parties all the secession red meat they seemingly could want?
Well, according to the Austin American-Statesman, which is Perry's hometown paper, this was because of toll roads. He has a proposal to make people pay for driving their big trucks across large distances of smooth asphalt in Texas, and they don't like it. And here's the problem here, and it's not just about Perry or about the Republican Party. These are people who are obviously conservative by nature, who are disillusioned with a brand that is very tarnished, and they are going to find a political voice for themselves. It obviously isn't Perry. It's no one in elected office in the Republican Party, but they will find a voice, and the question is, who's that voice going to be?
Well, who's that voice going to be? I mean, if you've got the teabag events are either concerned with people who are wondering whether they're going to boo Republicans or lose money on the event or just continue to exist. Where does this base move to?
Well, I think this is a very real prospect that what you're looking at here is a scenario that is ripe for an independent party to pop up, an independent candidate, someone who combines the sort of Ross Perot concerns about taxes and federal deficits with, frankly, Pat Buchanan's nativist spirit. And you put those two together in some kind of demagogic figure, you would have a serious threat to any candidate in a couple of years' time. And that's got to be a concern for people in the White House, because this may be a 1992 situation, and that can be very unpredictable.
Could that be Sarah Palin? I mean, just throwing things together here off the top of the head. Is it possible she might be, when she ventures out on her own here into whatever it is she's going to do, is it possible she may try to go there without that party behind her?
Well, she may try, but I don't think that fits the mood of what you're seeing here. People who are disillusioned with the party, with elected officials. Here's someone who was on the ticket, although she obviously has this grassroots support. She has just withered under the pressure, and so I don't think it's going to be someone in politics in the Republican Party. It's more likely to be someone way outside of it. Well,
again, then just look at who were the last three losing vice presidential candidates: Joe Lieberman, John Edwards, and Sarah Palin. That's quite a group. Richard Wolff, we're out of time, of MSNBC and author of Renegade. Always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith.